Picture, if you will, From Software, the developer of the Dark Souls series and Elden Ring, some of the toughest yet fairest games out there. Now imagine they did a real-time strategy.
They are trying to break through. They are trying to break into the buildings.
For clarification, From Software did not make this game, Blipworks did. Now, I've seen this game on the PlayStation Store quite often, and I've always thought to myself, yeah, I'm kind of tapped out on zombie games. I did that to myself kind of by accident very early on, on things like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Dead Nation, all those kind of games. But this was a real-time strategy, so it was a different kind of game, so I was curious, and most strategy games appear on PC, so it's always worth checking them out when they land on console, in my opinion. Choose a hero. It doesn't make much difference. It changes their attacks and stats slightly, but you can only use them on certain missions anyway. Oh, and turn the music volume down. I set it to 25%, otherwise it drowns out everything else. You start your campaign in the Hidden Valley. It's a level 1 mission, considering that missions can go up to level 5. It's just something to help you get your eye in. Destroy all infected, reach a colony population of 300, resist all infected swarms. Also, the command center cannot be destroyed or infected. It's fairly standard stuff for a colony mission. Here we go. Okay, that's the command center, I'm assuming. There's a railway. Oh, I can pause and unpause the game. Normally you can't do that in a real-time strategy, but this is a single-player game only, so you're not disadvantaging another player when you do it. There's a quick control guide you can summon or dismiss with a button press. There's a whole bunch of icons and numbers on screen. I'm sure they mean something. You build hunter and fisherman cottages to provide food. Place sawmills next to forests to provide wood. And quarries next to stone seams to provide stone. Also, the quarries work on metal. Although some of these structures I had to build on guesswork, because while the game gives you very basic tutorials, it doesn't tell you absolutely everything. You have to flip through the build menu and find something you haven't built yet, build it, and see what it does.
The train has arrived at the station.
There's also the occasional group of zombies wandering the wild, as well as the occasional cluster that makes a beeline for your base, so keep those bows and arrows handy.
Okay, but it's gonna cost you double. Yes. Okay.
Dozens of infected are near the colony. They are approaching from the north.
And it's at this point I suddenly realised I should probably make more troops. That takes a soldier centre. Soldier centre. Isn't it easier just to say barracks? I'm going to say barracks.
What? Okay, my bow and arrows are ready.
And here they come! Yes, kill them! Kill them! Kill... Oh god, there's loads.
They are trying to break into the buildings.
No! Stop doing that!
Roger that.
Well, this hasn't gone according to plan.
Our buildings are being attacked.
You again? I hope you're not wasting your time.
And failed. This is the first level. Okay, admittedly, I dragged my feet a little. Okay, a lot. But that was a surprisingly brutal opening level. Not much in the way of tuition and way more zombies than I was expecting in the main wave. I mean, I don't know how many zombies I was expecting. Yeah, maybe the name of the game should have clued me in. Anyway, now I have my eye in, things go much faster. I clear some zombies away from the north section with my new army of 20 rangers.
My bow and arrows are ready.
The colony is under attack.
Wait, what? How is the colony under attack? My army's keeping watch out front. Ah, crap, somehow a zombie got in.
Great.
Oh god, it's getting worse. Destroy them quick! Alright, that's taken care of, but now the main wave is at the front gates.
Okay.
Kill them! Kill them! Kill! I said kill, not die!
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And they're still coming? And failed. Again. Yeah. And this time I had 5 times as many archers. Gotta love how the game keeps count of how many times you cock up a level. 3rd time's the charm. Or another embarrassment. This time I decide the only way to survive is to build an army of 100. Or as close as I can get. Oh, and last time I was annoyed that I couldn't build a wall across the railway tracks. It was a bit of a weakness in my defensive line. Turns out that I missed. You can put a gate over the tracks. Oops. So, like before, I seal the base, but better. And I build the biggest army I have had thus far. 61 rangers. Okay, it's not the 100 I was aiming for, but still. And here they come. Again. Kill them! Kill them! Kill... Oh wow, they actually are! Yes! It's working! It's working! Boom, bitches! Wave complete! Yeah! And I got so caught up in the zombie attack I forgot that I was also supposed to be raising the colony population to 300. It's a good job there wasn't a time limit. Added more tents and... Mission 1 is complete! And it only took me 3 attempts. Over 2 hours and 45 minutes. I mean, damn! That's a long time to be doing the first mission for. My last successful attempt was 1 hour 20 long, which is longer than my first 2 attempts. That's because I kept using the pause feature to perform actions quicker, or at the exact same time as I was doing something else. And here's something the game doesn't tell you about. Research. Well, it tells you after you flip to the research screen. Yeah, thanks for that. It's hard to know what to choose though, especially since I've only just started. Think carefully, but honestly, there are no useless items on there. You won't just be building colonies though, no, you'll be raiding fortresses as well. Fortresses contain empire points and research points, and you'll want plenty of both. I can't stress that enough. Grab all of them.
Great. Piece of cake. Wonderful. Yes. Priceless. Without delay. Show me the money.
Complete a fortress raid and you can level up your hero. Though there is another reason for playing the fortress missions, as if you needed another reason. Sometimes you encounter units or structures that you haven't unlocked yet. Think of it as a sneak preview of things to come. I picked up these snipers and got them to follow me to the outside yard.
Last night I dreamt of brains exploding.
Later, there were auto machine guns.
Come on.
And landmines.
Let's go. Excellent idea, sir.
And Lucifer units.
Tell me what to do. Got it.
I have to talk about the control system. Now, after about 8 hours, I got used to it. But there were some controls that flummoxed me for so long. In particular, the X and circle buttons. Because normally, the X button selects stuff, and the circle button deselects or backs out, yeah? But there are certain circumstances in this game where that doesn't happen. For example, if you're on a unit, X selects something, but circle causes them to move. And if you're on a structure, especially the barracks, the circle button sets the rally point for the barracks. But if you're in the unit or structure submenu, circle backs out, like any other game. So the circle button's function changes depending on the situation. Took me fucking ages to get used to it. And don't even get me started on the button combos required to set a unit's patrol route.
Sure.
I mean, my God, which arsehole came up with this? The problem is, if you want your units to simply go back and forth between 1 and 2 locations, that's fine. But the moment you try to enter in a multi-node path for them,
Call that a plan?
the button combinations again for some reason changes. I never worked this out. I got used to the basic controls, but I never worked out the patrol thing.
Attention.
Not all builder colony levels are that straightforward. Some levels contain villages of doom. Emphasis on doom. Attack these buildings at your peril.
Attention. Building completed.
right?
But don't forget to defend your buildings.
This better be good. Yes. Are you sure? My bow and arrows are ready. Whatever you say, as long as it's me. They got me! Ah!
Shit. As I was saying, villages of doom have humongous numbers of zombies waiting inside the buildings.
Yes. Okay.
This is another colony mission, except this one has large amounts of fertile land, which generates more food. But also has a huge number of zombies waiting just beyond the next tree. By the way, at this point I'd researched the soldier, and I can now build them at the barracks. Yes, you have to spend your research points on unlocking them, like everything else, like the snipers, like the guns, like the mines, everything. Always defend your colony, any way you can. Even if that means building the mother of all wall systems all the way around it.
Attention, building completed.
Then there are attack missions. Well, they're not really attack missions. Technically you have to defend a central tower from attack. But remember how in the fortress missions you have to pick up both the research and the empire points? I said make sure you pick them all up. Well, the research points obviously get you research. This is why you pick up empire points. Every defense you place costs you points, be it barriers, spike pits, soldiers. And the more empire points you've earned in the campaign thus far, the higher your point total here and the more defenses you can place. Lay out your defenses as you see fit, hit the start button and cross your fingers. Although at first, because it says once you've placed all your defences you can't place any more, I misunderstood that to mean that I couldn't order the troops to move. Turns out you can order them to move, because I'm a moron and didn't realise that was possible. The key lies in knowing which choke points to cut off. Spread your forces too thinly and you could risk compromising your entire defence.
Our defenses are being attacked.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
Let's go.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
Certain major research nodes on the tree unlock a workshop. This particular one is the Wood Workshop. The workshops are typically in-level research facilities that unlock certain upgrades for that level for a price in gold. Initially, you have the Wood Cottage, which is an upgrade of the basic tent, allows you to put more people into a smaller space. Other upgrades for this workshop include farms, which produce more food, observation towers that let you see further,
Incomplete.
and stake traps, which damage and slow zombies, very important for your defense. Beyond that, there's a stone workshop with further advancements, and further advancements beyond that. But for the love of God, never, ever leave your base unprotected.
So many targets, gotta love it.
They are attacking the colony defenses.
It's a nice day to die.
The walls are under attack.
It doesn't take much. One zombie gets past your defense, they infect a building and they create 2 more. Those 2 more go out and infect other buildings, which creates 4, which then creates 8, which then creates 16, then 32, then 64, then who the fuck cares anymore because you're screwed at that point. It's really annoying, although it is also fascinating to watch. It's like watching a nuclear reaction in slow motion. Stand well back, try not to look, and hope you're outside its radius. Besides the control issues I had early on, which I did eventually get over, I have really only one major problem with this game, which you may or may not trip over. There's no mission reset button. There's a save and quit button, but when you reload the game, you'll be dropped back into the middle of the mission, if that's where you saved. But there's only 2 ways to get back to the map and try again. Succeed or fail. To get a building working again, you have to repair it to clear the infection. But the zombies are basically... they've wiped everything out. I had to decimate the base and start again. I had to clear the farms out, put a bunch of tents down there, expand my control radius with the Tesla towers, and eventually expand beyond the grassy area, put all the farms back, and build the rest of the base. I couldn't do it, because most of these colony missions have a time limit. I was too close to the end. Disaster had struck. I knew I couldn't do it. But there was no mission quit button. So I was sat there, running out the clock, because there's no get me the fuck out of here button. Glaring oversight. Can't fault the game for its name though. Look at that! I mean, seriously, look at that. Those zombies right there. There's so many of them, they can't move. They're actually in each other's way, there's so many of them. And after about 49 hours, I was about 46% complete. And that was pretty consistent throughout the whole game. My hours played and percentage complete stayed roughly the same all the way throughout, which means that this is effectively a 100-hour game. and I'm not complaining. In spite of its faults, I like it. The controls are confusing, but I adapted. Mostly. The game does apparently support the use of a keyboard and mouse, but thanks to the pause feature, the controller is totally up to the job. The strategy element is very well done. I didn't encounter a single useless feature, not a single unit, not a single structure, not a single upgrade that I purchased. Even upgrades I didn't purchase, I coveted. And not a single glitch anywhere. Not being able to restart a level halfway through is literally the only thing that's actually wrong with this game. It is really good, but make no mistake, it's really hard. I do like this game, and we don't get many strategy games on console. Usually they're the unique purview of PC, so this was something different. Especially since I don't like zombie games all that much. So, that'll do for this video, I think. What did you think? Leave a like or dislike down below. What did you think of They Are Billions? I almost forgot the name of it there. If you played it, if you have the same irritations as me, leave a comment down below. And for those of you who can't get enough of my dulcet tones, you can always subscribe, ring the bell for notification, because apparently that's a thing. Apparently also this means I'm ringing a bell. And if you think that my voice is too grating for your ears, you can always subject someone else to it by sharing instead. See you next time.